Hey, what is going on, ladies and the gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Imperator Rome. Before we start off today's episode, if you'd like to discuss the game, the Discord will be open in the description, so you can join that and talk about the game with me and other people who enjoy Imperator Rome. And as always, subscribing would be a massive help. Now anyways, before I get into today's episode, another thing is, I kind of narrowed down where the whole problem for the, for loading the game comes from, and apparently all I need to do to make sure this game functions enough for Let's Play is apparently I just need to delete the settings file every time I open the game, and then it works. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I cannot give you a good answer. But that's just how it is. That's just how I'm going to have to play the Let's Play from now on. That's it. I'm just going to have to, I guess, butcher the game files just to make it run. Which, you know, that's interesting. Just how the hotfix didn't really fix anything at all, to be honest. But you know what? We can still play the game. It just takes a little bit more effort to open it, so although I'm upset with the whole process I have to go through, it's not like I have to literally reinstall the game every time, so I'm okay with it, I guess. I'll do it for the series, I guess I'll say. It works. It works for now. And I'm just gonna survive until they actually do end up fixing the whole thing. Oh right, yeah, okay, about 36 months is when we can do anything about that. Oh, I do like how I think they made it so that, it changes to your color. I don't know if that was always the case, but now it does change territory actually to your color, which is very nice. Okay, that's interesting. We do have to wait, pretty much a whole year before we'd be able to peace out anyway, so let's go ahead and grab more land, I suppose. We can also grab another import. How about we import some leather? That's good for the slave output. These guys will go in and deal some damage. Hopefully, at least, we'll see. I have a feeling Rome is going to go in some sort of a direction. Where are you going? Rome itself is going to Fusens. Interesting. That's over here. We'll have this army over here to back them up if we need to. Which we definitely do need to do. We'll wait for them to lock in. Because after they're locked in, we can force march in to save the day. Pretty much. There we go. And Rome should fall just like that. Okay, well, it's an early Rome conquest. I feel like we bypassed a lot of missions to getting this done, but oh well. I mean, are the missions really going to stop us? Are they really? I hope this doesn't break anything, if I'm going to be honest. Like, it's more likely that I've just broken a whole bunch of missions rather than just being cheeky and doing it ahead of time. I feel like I'll actually break a function of the game doing this, which I don't really feel like I should have to say when I'm just trying out a different strategy than the missions are giving me. I don't really know. Because after all this, yeah, I mean, right now we're just pretty much invading Syracuse, but we're like, you know what, we're going straight for Rome. We're just gonna go ahead for Rome. And that's it. I know they do have a really long focus tree, Carthage at least. So I'm curious, I mean, is that going to have an element of Rome in it? It probably will. Maybe it'll autocomplete, which would be nice. That'd be really nice, actually. Just a free autocomplete. That'd be great. Alrighty then, lack of food. Oh, the 4th Army actually has 0 food. Oh boy, you'll actually start taking attrition, I believe. Actual manpower attrition. Let's see what happens. I mean, that number's looking pretty rounded. Yeah, okay, we're actually losing massive attrition. We're going to swap them out for these guys when we can. If we can get over there fast enough, you guys still have food. Of course, it would be... Oh. You guys just burn that city quickly. Like, literally instantly, that city's just gone. Okay. That means you'll lose a couple more men on your way back, but... you should be fine getting... Oh, right, now you're fine, okay. You actually reinforced. Alright, then that's fine, I suppose. Although, unfortunately, we actually don't have the war goal yet. White peace may be imminent. When 725 days have passed, with no contest over the war goal, then we'll have problems. However, we are going to move one of our ships, or one of our guys over, probably this one, actually. He's going to head over, down to Syracuse, and he's actually going to go and do a little bit of pillaging, a little bit of conquest, so we can stay a little bit relevant in this war. He just needs to get there fast enough. How long will that take? Not too many days. That's actually really, really fast. Getting on this boat. A lot faster than even in EU4, I think, which is interesting. Very intriguing. Let's start from the top, I suppose. How many fighters do you have? 0 cohorts. Okay, that's a literal walk in the park. That's an easy win. Okay. I believe... Oh, this guy's absolutely dead. That's a great time, if any, to peace out Rome and be done. Oh, 25th of February. Okay. Well, not many days left until then anyway, so... 25th of February. Rome, would you like to peace out? I think the answer would be yes to that. So let's go with provinces. Just Latium, if that's okay. It's not okay. Alright. Now just Latium? No, -4. Let's go with Campania, I guess. Aeternum. No, let's just go with Campania. At least we'll have a foothold in Rome, from which we can expand further. We just don't have enough war score, and we're done with Rome. We've pretty much full occupied them. They just won't give us everything, which kind of sucks. We can apparently also create tributaries for ourselves out of this. Or make them release nations. Can I take, like, individual little pieces? Can I at least, like, can I take Rome or something? I don't know. Yes, apparently. Apparently this is legal. Apparently I'm allowed to do this. And, you know what? I guess I will. I'll literally just take Rome in the first war. Well, I guess that's so much for, so much for having a giant Punic war with Rome. I guess that's over with. We're not still at war with them. Yeah, there's no way. Okay. Well, there goes that. Rome is now owned by us. Rest in peace. Of course, let's go with harsh treatment in Latium. Apparently we have this over here too, so apparently we'll just do the same thing there. Okay, let's go and we could beat the crap out of Rome. Oh, that's a lot of money. 33% of Rome dies. Pfft, yeah, we're burning it down. There goes Rome. Well, that felt, I mean, not as good as I thought it would be. There's less sound effects for burning down all of Rome. But I guess that's over with now. Let's get ourselves a couple of neat inventions while we're at it. Ironically, even taking Rome and burning it down to the ground is enough to give us all the inventions. That's a little bit of a shame. Anyway, can I bring you here? Oh, moving ship, right, of course. Now you can disembark. You guys are retreating to a province that no longer belongs to us, so... Interesting. You guys will come over here. Lack of food. The 4th Army still has 0 food, apparently. Which sucks. Let's try and get some food back. By sitting in these areas. Farmlands will be very nice to get your food back. We're still contesting... Well, we're still contesting it. I don't know. Apparently, sieging a fort does not count as contesting. So I'm guessing if you just have like a strong enough fort, then you can literally just force white pieces. I guess that's how this game is going to work, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Let's reorganize both the units. Bump it up to speed 5, because there's not much to do for right now. These guys are bringing down this fort. Losing quite a bit of money each month, which is not good. Let's bring down our fort maintenances. And, get rid of the reorganization, which is really... Okay, yeah, reorganization was the most expensive thing we were doing. So I'll bring these guys in. They'll embark, and... let's have them head down here. I wonder if we can do more imports to our own territory. That would be nice. Oh, wait, over here. Okay. How about something random like grain? Sure. Over here, we're good. Over here, it's not worth it. We only have one thing in there. 2 out of 3 over here, so we can import some livestock. And yeah, I keep forgetting we actually own a lot of the stuff over here. Especially this uncolonized stuff. I don't know if I'll ever remember to colonize this. It just sort of exists. Nothing too spectacular here either. Yeah, okay, nothing too fantastic. Let's keep our eyes focused. Actually, let's get something over here. We have citizens over here. Yeah, we do, okay. From Carthage. Then over here, we're full on imports. We can colonize over here as well. Apparently we don't have enough money, but we can next month. We can colonize that. Victorious over the pirates? I should hope so. That would kind of suck if we weren't. There we go. Nope, apparently we can colonize twice if we have the money. Maybe even 3 times, we'll see. There's another colony. Oh boy, what is this? Okay. So, civic faction. 10 support for the populist. Ooh, wow, I don't want to do that. Or, lose popularity. The Suffet loses popularity. That's not very good, but at the same time, we don't really want our populist guy to be very popular, ironic as that may be. I think we also probably want to... What is it, like assign this guy to the governor or something? Just have them, pretty much want to defend this area. But I forget how to actually hit that button. That's the funny thing. Well, the kind of funny thing. Okay, that's the one. You guys are losing a lot of stuff, though. Because we have a lot of cities, and not very much farmland to actually give you the food you need. You guys are producing... This province here is producing... about 1.2. And you guys are not really consuming enough. Or you're consuming too much. Over here you are producing food, okay. Over here you are consuming food. Okay, what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna end up doing a lot of either burning, because we can't really keep them here. Or we could import food, like livestock. Let's import some food. It's not enough food per se, but it's... Actually, it is enough food. Okay, yeah, we can just import food and it works. Let's head over here to this city. Pirates are... That's not very good. A lot of pirates everywhere, actually. That's not fun at all. Do we own this? Yes, we do. Okay, that's good. Alright, we're burning down all the cities here. I don't think we can get any sort of a siege here, no. Oh, assume control of siege. That's interesting. That's the first Paradox game that properly introduces that. So if you're trying to help an ally siege, you can assume control for better siege power. If you're better at sieging. That sounds almost reasonable, like it should already be in the game or something. Interesting. So your loyalty's going down quite a bit because you guys are upset. That's reasonable. Even if I'm harsh treatmenting you, it's not quite enough. So if I swapped this to, say, local autonomy, would you guys be happier? Maybe? I think that definitely goes down slower, but it doesn't really help us. It doesn't help us enough, at least. Let's try and get ourselves... Provincial province loyalty, that's not very much. Let's start with this. And then more loyalty like that. We'll start off with that kind of a thing. Yeah, we'll start off with that. Pretty sure we can also assign this to a governor and then, you know, fix this sort of thing. What is it, though? Click on this. Governor policy, all these things. Boop-a-doo-doo-boo. It's usually like a small button hidden around is where you'll find random things. So, sometimes you might be able to find it, sometimes you won't. I guess I won't, and I'll have to figure it out next episode when I look a little bit like a fool for not doing so. Potentially we can just assign guys? No? Can't do that? Apparently not, but we can have them like auto-control. There we go, fight rebels. It's not actually going to do that, but something like that. Governor's local troops. Yeah, if we could assign them to the governor. I guess if we can actually give the governor control of these. You are this guy, Azmilik Hanid. Azmilik Hanid. Can I actually give it to you? Azmilik Hanid. No, I don't suppose. Okay, we'll have to figure out a different day. As for now, it's doing okay. Not great, but it's just alright. As for the rest of this stuff, they'd be okay with it, but we actually need to occupy it. Siege of Syracuse is over with. Oh, the High God, okay. We could lose some money for political influence, or lose a lot more money. And you know what? We can hardly afford to lose this much money. In fact, we can't. We're already in the negative. Hopefully I don't get too bad of a negative event. It's stability, okay. Could be better, it could be worse. Honestly, it could be either way. Oh, are you guys sieging them back down, back and forth? Oh, that's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite. Well, if we're like this, then that shouldn't create the problem, and then we can just annex all of it. Beautiful. Okay. Is that everything I needed, though? Syracuse, which is just this province, okay. And Acragas is something completely different. Local governor. Sicilian domination, okay. Well, let's start off with actually taking this stuff. Or we could wait for this, but I'm not really in the mood to wait for that. So instead, we're just going to take this stuff and be done. Conquest of Birot, new essential part of Carthage. Sure, let's go with that. We'll also improve. You know, it's counterintuitive to what I said earlier, but I guess popularity still allows us to do more. If he's friends with people, I guess it's technically better. At least we're gonna have someone else ruling next, so it's okay. We have Punic Syracuse, and then it doesn't really give us the pop-up telling us what it gave us. I would have preferred if it did that, but I guess it won't, and it just doesn't. Next we have the Phoenician settlements. Alright, so that would be to turn this into a city. The city requires 2 gold and, 200 gold and 50 power. That's not so bad. We also ransom some prisoners, but they will definitely not accept. Okay then. Alright, what does the rest of this look like? Acragas subjugated. Acragas I would love to go to war with. But we have no claims, that's the only problem. We don't have claims here. Also bring the navies back. The navies can go into port. Oh, it's also renamed it. Interesting, Birot instead of Syracuse. Oh, so there is cultural renaming in this. Okay, I like that. I like the concept. I like the concept. Now, I'm pretty sure I had 3 navies. I am wrong. I guess one of them just got obliterated and I didn't even notice. That's a little bit embarrassing. You guys probably did notice and you were yelling at me like, why aren't you protecting your navies? And that's because I don't know, a little preoccupied with, I guess, other forms of warfare. So I wasn't really looking at my ships, which I definitely should have been. That's true. I think I'll also decrease maintenances. Oh, wow. Or we can tax him. Yeah, we're gonna tax him. You guys want stuff. But I also want to send new stuff over here. Especially stuff that'll make people happy. Research points. We do have a big city here, don't we? Yeah, we might as well start off with the research points. Or, of course, I think we also have more citizens over there. Yeah, we have more citizens in this province in general. So, we'll give them the papyrus. Then over here, we'll move over some fish, I guess. Over here, we'll make some livestock appear out of nowhere. And how about some fish? Do we own that? No, we don't. And here, we're pretty much good. We're decreasing loyalty, but we're increasing food. That's a little bit tough. Assimilation's going to be very slow, because the culture is entirely different. We can import some. Is there a monthly? No, there isn't. Okay. Grain will go into there. Trading within our own lands, I'm sure, is better to start off with. Not that I really want to import any of that to anywhere weird, so we'll accept that offer. And then over here, we will build a city, which will fill out the Phoenician settlements, which will give us Punic Sicania. All we need to do is have a couple more population in there, not a problem. Alrighty then. So we need to grab ourselves Acragas subjugated. I'm assuming you need to have either Sicilian domination or Acragas liberated, because obviously we need to do something along those lines. This is actually black flagged, so we'll move you over here. We'll start fabricating our claim, because we can't get a claim in normal ways. Oh, is that already 10%? 5% increase each month. That is rather fast. God damn. Okay. That's nice. Let's also look at our laws, because we can also change them at our own will, at our own whim. Some of these I might end up changing. Oh, Punic. That's your culture. Okay, right, of course. Well, let's show our laws here. We can go with, not quite any of these things yet, apparently. You need to be... I don't know what the actual guarantee things are for here, but... Anyways, we can turn ourselves into an empire, which I'd absolutely love to do. We also have more things we can do. Morale of armies and recovery speed is good. Ooh, but military modernization would be so good. Ooh, that's interesting. There's actually an event chain that we need to finish in order to get this amazing, powerful ability. It's 4 times as strong as our previous one, and instead of morale, we get discipline, which generally is the better thing to get in most, well, I guess if it's anything like EU4, it would be probably better to get. I can't necessarily make that assumption, but can maybe assume. Apparently the seats seem divided over what's going on here. Can we hold a military triumph for this guy? No, we can't. His popularity is only 72%. He could hold the games. Oh, we can also apparently abolish assemblies. Or that's what we have, apparently. No, we could do that. Okay. Monthly corruption, the civic faction, or the religious, or the populist faction goes up. If we abolish assembly, the populist faction, is essentially, let's turn ourselves into, I believe it's not a monarchy, I guess an empire, I guess. Proclaim the dictatorship, which is a monarchy. Oh, veterans move on. They get state-owned farmlands. Okay, pretty good. So yeah, we can proclaim ourselves a dictatorship, and then from there we can move on to other forms of monarchy, which I don't know if it would be better or worse than a republic. When you have things like monarchies, you tend to have even worse issues, because they're different people claiming themselves to be the true heir, or the true, I don't know, ruler of the land, and then you have succession wars and stuff like that. I guess they're more prone to civil wars. At least in my head, I would think so. Now don't get me wrong, of course, republics also have these issues. Imagine the Suffet and the co-Suffet fighting for who should be Suffet, as well as the factions fighting for who should be actually in power. That's kind of something that, you know, kind of happened in Rome, in some form of fashion. You guys also need more jobs. Gis Goid. Let's see if I have a job for you in my office, in my cabinet, I guess. Let's get this guy. Because, oh wait, Hanid was actually part of a... See, the one thing I kind of wished is that it actually have the colors here too. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 types of families in our court here today, which means they're all being represented. Okay. Those are all 4 of our major families. Bostara is not actually a job. Or a big family. We'll give this guy. He's not very good at his job, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Now, the unfortunate part is we can't declare war on these guys. People won't be willing to support that, which is a big shame. And apparently I forgot to actually set my timer, so I was sitting here thinking, oh, hey, when's my timer going to go off? It didn't, because I forgot to set it. Anyways, I guess that means this episode's over with. Hopefully you did enjoy. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.